In 2005, in Afghanistan's second free and democratic elections, for the first time, 69 of the 249 seats in parliament were reserved for women. Malalai Joya, a political and women's rights activist from the large conservative western province of Farah, is now one of the most prominent of the 48 women MPs sitting in Afghanistan's parliament, the Loya Jirga. She won her seat outright by popular vote. Malalai is driven by a desire to make sure the country's new government is freed from corruption and that Afghan women's rights are recognized.
War criminals are still in power, and they are still trying to gain more power. We can see that they are trampling on women's rights.
Malalai is from a modest family background, educated to high school level. After returning from Pakistan, where she and her family were refugees, Malalai became a literacy and health worker, working with women in her province, and she soon became politically active. In 2003, she rose to fame overnight for her bold speech in the Loya Jirga, publicly denouncing those warlords who were sitting as representatives of their provinces in the Constitutional Assembly.
The criticism I raise about all my compatriots is, why do they allow the legitimacy and legality of this Loya Jirga parliament to come under question with the presence of those criminals who brought our country to this state? These are the people who turned our country into the focus for national and international wars, and women were treated so badly that it would be wrong to let this happen all over again. The warlords brought our country to this state, and they intend to do the same again. They will never be forgotten. They should be tried in a national and international court. They have been noted in our history.
We said all the speeches should be courteous.
Malalai's speech won her many female supporters. In Farah, they took to the streets to support her.
Malalai Joya is among the best in the history of Afghanistan's warrior women, and she's the first woman who has started talking about the warlords and criminals and demanding justice.
In the 2005 national elections, Malalai stood as an independent candidate and won her seat outright because of her widespread popularity. Her challenging maiden speech in parliament made the warlords nervous and caused an uproar.
The Afghans know who have committed crimes. These war criminals in Afghanistan are noted in history, and they are still at large. They may be appointed to many positions of power, but it will come back to haunt us. The nation is already exhausted and should not have to tolerate any more suffering.
Take her out of the parliament.
Hey, Mujahedeens, we have been insulted. How come you're just sitting there calmly? She is not wanted here.
I wish she were dead.
Malalai's unprecedented outspokenness has gained her many supporters, but she also has enemies. She has experienced 4 assassination attempts and has to travel incognito with armed guards.
Yes, I do have a lot of difficulties along the way.
In July 2005, the international organization Human Rights Watch published Blood-Stained Hands, a report detailing atrocities that occurred in the early 90s. It identifies that the political faction leaders implicated in those crimes are also officials in the present-day government.
Now, this book, Blood-Stained Hands, has become a red flag. Whenever the war criminals and drug dealers have to face up to what's in it, they become like wild bulls. especially when they know the international community is aware of their crimes. I will continue my battle, despite the problems, and I will stand up to them. I will put my life on the line. I hope I will achieve some results for my people, especially as I'm still young. I want to serve my people, and especially the women.